Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. This is actually New Year's Eve, the day. So, like I said, Happy New Year. Enjoy your celebrations tonight. I did get an order from a company that I kind of researched and found out about here in New Hampshire called Lead-Free Bass Jigs. And you guys know I love fishing jigs, so now that I'm in a state that has some lead restrictions, and I actually looked it up. There are 6 states in the country that have lead restrictions, New Hampshire being one, New York, Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, and the state of Washington. So I just looked this up online. I don't think you guys are going to see that because it looks just like a white screen to me. But that have some type of restriction on lead, because loons apparently eat lead. Now, to me, it was always more like split shot and stuff that would be dangerous. I can't imagine them eating a half ounce or a 3/4 ounce football head, but I think loons are cool, so anything you can do to protect them I think is a good idea. So there are some restrictions in the state on what you can use as far as lead goes and as far as jigs go. So I've now, coming from New Jersey where there was no restrictions on lead, you could use whatever you wanted, to a state that has, laws on it, I've had to, convert a lot of my stuff. A lot of my lead jigs I don't really use anymore up here unless I'm out of state fishing. So I've tried to, stock up the last year and a half, 2 years since I've been up here. And I found this company. And this is, Ken McKee has this company in New Hampshire that makes lead-free jigs. And I'll show you that again. That's his website. And I'll put the description, his link in the description of the video. But I wanted to show you what I got from the other day. I've been meaning to order it for a while, and I finally, over the holidays, just on the computer, said, let me get some of his football heads and some of his hair jigs just to kind of start and see how I like this stuff, because I hadn't bought any before. So let me just show you what I got here. I did get some hair jigs, and you guys know I love fishing hair jigs, and I got 2 in, and I like, here's the difference. I hope you guys can see that well. Those are different sizes that you can get. I kind of would go with that 3/16 and 1/4 ounce. I don't really throw hair jigs much lighter or heavier than that. Sometimes I guess I'll throw, now I guess he has a 5/32, but I'll go with a 3/16 or a 1/4. On these I got pretty much a 1/4. I do like a little bit of a heavier hair jig, and I got 2 in the black. The one color, I think it was the olive color, was out of stock. Or I'd ordered, that I would have shown you, but I didn't get that one. So for you guys who like throwing hair jigs, there you go. Now there's a lead-free bass jig, black, 1/4 ounce hair jig. And, in the fall, fall, winter, even though it's like 50 degrees today, I love throwing hair jigs, especially early in the season, late in the season. When I throw a hair jig like this, and just so you guys know, these are all made with owner hooks. So it's got a quality hook, and it's sturdy. Nice and sharp. When I throw a hair jig, a lot of times what I'll do is I throw this on a spinning reel setup, maybe 6 to 8 pound fluorocarbon line, and I just cast it out, and I just slowly just reel it, almost like I'm throwing a small crankbait. I don't really let it sit on the bottom very long. I'm just kind of letting it go out and kind of ticking along those rocks on the bottom, keeping it moving. I don't always use a trailer. A lot of times I'll just throw a hair jig like this and just swim it back because, once this hair gets in the water, it kind of flares as you're reeling. And I might pop that rod every now and then, but this will flare as it's moving along and look very natural. I don't use trailers a lot when I throw hair jigs anymore. I mostly swim them because I've had more success just swimming them than dragging the bottom, and I don't lose as many. But what I'll use is trailers. Let me show you. I've got a couple. Now, the old school in me, and I still do it a lot, is I'll just use a pork. And this is just super pork, and this is the pork junior size. So for any of you guys who have, some Uncle Josh's or some super porks like I have, this junior size, I don't want my hands to get all slimy here, this small, frog junior size is, perfect for a hair jig or any kind of a small jig. So if I'm letting this sit on the bottom, I'll use this Frog Junior. If I find they're not really hitting it on the, swimming it, I'll try throwing it on the bottom. Now that I made a mess and got frog crap everywhere. But for you guys who throw pork, I'll use that small frog junior size on these sometimes. You could also use any small little swim bait, or I don't really use a swim bait on it, but I will use like a Ned bait as a trail on these sometimes, just give it a little more bulk. Any like finesse worm, something small. Just trying to look at what I kind of threw on the table here. One of Sean's Stump Thumper Neds. If I'm going to put a soft plastic in there, it might be a Ned. But I don't do that often. Sometimes I do, but not very often. I find I do better just swimming that around, and I get more bites. But there you go. That's that black hair jig. And like I said, I got 2 of them in the 1/4 ounce size. So that's the 2 1/4 ounce hair jigs I got. And I also got 2 of this brown and orange, which I love. You guys know I love orange in baits, and not just because my boat is orange. But that brown and orange is really a great crawfish imitator type color. So I got 2 of those. There's the pack, and I'll show you that back again. You guys can get a good look at that. But like I said, I'll put all this information in the description of the video, so if you're interested. But there you go. That's that black and orange, or brown and orange, sorry. And I got 2 of those, 2 of the brown orange. And I got 1 of the black and brown. So this has just got some of that the black hair in there and some of that brown. It's a really nice one too. All great colors. Next time I order, I'll probably pick up that olive color if they're in stock. I think he's got another color too. I can't remember the name of it though. But I'll put the website on the link to the website. You can check it out. But you can't go wrong with, I mean, most of the time when I throw a hair jig, I'm throwing a black one. To me, that always just seems to work the best. I only use like 3 colors, a brown, a black, and a green. Green pumpkin of some type. Now, the other thing I wanted to get was some football heads. Because there's a lot of baits I like to throw in the football heads, and most of my football head were lead, so I didn't have hardly any tungsten football heads. I had a few, but not many. So I said, you know, let me stock up, you know, for when I'm fishing around here. So what I got, let's see here. Now, most of the ones you'll see on the site, he makes with a 1/0 hook. And these are both, this is the black painted one. This is a green pumpkin. And I think they're both 1/2 ounce. Yeah, these are both 1/2 ounce size. And when I throw a football jig, most of the time I'm using a 1/2 ounce, sometimes a 3/4, depending how deep the water is. And they come in a 5-pack. I think it's, if you get over $50, you know, it's free shipping, which is nice. But here is your, you know, standard football head. And these also are made with the owner hooks. There's your typical green pumpkin football head with a 1/0 hook. Now, I'm not going to throw a big bait on these. And it says right on the website, these are great for throwing on, like, you know, a 2.8 Kitech. So if I was going to throw this 3/8, or this 1/2 ounce football head, let me just grab any old, this is my Kitech 2.8 box here. And man, you open that box, it reeks. And this is, what color is this one? This is that smallmouth magic color. So you can see how that 1/0 hook will be perfect for this small swim bait. Just cinch that on there. Make sure you keep it straight. You don't want it to swim. So if you're fishing deep rock, deep structure, this would be a nice tasty morsel for a bass, smallie, largie, whatever. And a lot of times when I'm throwing these on these swim baits, I'm just kind of just ticking it along the bottom, slowly reeling, letting it just bang along the bottom, and I prefer them without any type of weed guard. Sometimes I'll use a weed guard, but a lot of times, you know, I'll leave them with the open hook. And yes, you can lose some. You know, keep a good, you know, one of those lure knockers on your boat like you used to get a crankbait free. That it might help you, but you're going to lose some. It's just the nature of the beast when you're throwing a football head in a rocky structure, especially when that water's cold. This is a great setup. Small profile, and this half ounce will get down there and really get to the bottom there and get the nose. And I didn't even really put that on that straight. It's a little crooked. If I was actually going to throw that, I'd probably redo it. But there you go. That's that half ounce size in the green pumpkin head. Then I got a 5-pack of those. And I also got, oh, that's a bigger size. Oh, here it is. I also got it in the black. So same idea. Half ounce black painted head. Good hook, good owner hook, nice and sturdy. Now I happen to have, this is one of my favorite setups. This is really good up in Thousand Islands. That black 2.8 Kitech, and you don't have to use a Kitech if you have another swim bait that you really like. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be a swim bait. You can throw these on a small spider jig. This one must have already been. Let's put that one a little straighter. So that's a nice morsel right there. That black, that small black one is a great bait. There you go. Get that half ounce head. A nice 2.8 Kitech. That 1/0 hook, a bigger Kitech, a 3.3, might be a little big. Now I do have some other swim baits here that we could rig up and just kind of see how they look. If you guys like the spark shad, you could throw that on there. It's not a bad option. What's the other one I got here? This Baby Rage Menace. You could give that a shot. That'll give you a little more kicking action if you want it. Sometimes a more subtle approach in the cold water is better, I think. The Haze Dong shad, that 3-inch size, is pretty good. And these especially, you know, my mistake with those was using too big of a hook when I first started using them and tearing the crap out of them. And they just didn't sit right. Definitely use a small 1/0 hook with these Haze Dong shads. There's another 3-inch. So any of these baits, if you guys like the, you know, not necessarily a swim bait tail, like this Lunker City Ripster is a cool looking bait on there. Gives it a nice action. But anything small in that 3-inch or smaller size for these 1/0 hooks, I would recommend. But there you go. If you want, here's another swim bait that's a good option. That Divine swim bait, 3.2 from 6 Cents. These aren't as soft as you'd get from, like I say, a Kitech, but it's a nice swim bait. Just another option to try for that. So that's the half ounce size. Now I also got them on the website. Ken has there that you can also get them in a 2/0 hook. So I got 1 pack of each with the 1/0 hook, and then I got them with the 2/0 hook. I got the black and the green pumpkin with the 2/0. So you just have to, you know, I just emailed them and told them, because they don't actually have it listed on there. So if you want this, the 2/0 for a bigger type bait, now this for maybe one of my bigger, like a spider jig, like that 4-inch Yamamoto, that should fit on there perfectly. I think the 1/0 would be too small. I do like how they're doing, like they have the, when you get the Yamamotos now, they have this little shell case thing here for them. Keeps them from, whoa, don't dump them all over. Now, when you think about that on that 2/0, that's going to fit really nice on that Yamamoto. I'll rig one up for you. This is just that hula grub from Yamamoto, spider jig, whatever it is you want to call it. I used to just go about halfway down the body. Now that right there, everybody, is a real nice setup. Real nice setup. The weather's been so warm, I'm hoping maybe there might actually be some open water next week. I might actually be able to get out in January, which would be awesome. But that's a real nice setup right there. And you could use that green that green pumpkin head. You can use that black head. I don't think it really matters what color you use. You don't necessarily. I've never been one you necessarily have to match the head with the bait. I always think a little contrast is not a bad thing. But that'll go nice along the bottom. And like I said, when you throw these open hooks and these football heads, you are going to get hung up. You're going to lose some. It's just the nature of the beast with that style of fishing. But it's a great way to catch some nice fish. I don't even want to take that apart. I might leave that in case I go fishing. But that's with the 2/0 hook. So you can get the 2/0 hook if you're looking to throw a bigger bait than just that 2.8 or 3-inch swim bait. That's just that Yamamoto hula grub, spider jig, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, that's the 2/0 hook with the black paint job. And I also got the 2/0 in the green pumpkin. I'm sure I will order more of these because, like I said, you do tend to lose some. So I always want to be well stocked up. But that's that bigger hook. Nice owner hook, very strong. Nice paint job. So there's that green pumpkin. And I also got one pack, and I didn't remember ordering this. I guess I must have had it on there. I did get one pack of the 3/4 ounce in the black. So next time I'll get the 3/4 ounce in the green pumpkin. And I think he paints them in brown too. And this is with that 1/0 hook. So let's say I want to get that Kitech down deeper, or I'm fishing deeper water with this 1/0 hook. Now with that 3/4, I can really get it down. Really get it down to the bottom there. This will have a nice fall. And sometimes that faster fall rate, might benefit you. But there you go. So I wanted to get one pack of the 3/4 ounce too, just to see. So I got like 25 football head jigs to stock up on and keep me going through hopefully the winter here and then the spring, and I'm sure I'll stock up a little bit more in the winter time. I can't imagine this weather's going to last forever. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you that fast. Really nice looking stuff that Ken makes. My first experience with ordering it. So once I get out on the water and have some success with them, I'll show you that too. But that's it. I wanted to show you that fast. And he has a lot of other jigs. Skirted jigs, regular flipping jigs, things like that, which I haven't gotten yet. I'm sure I'll try everything out as time goes by. But it's leadfreebassjigs.com, and Ken McKee is I assume the bait maker and the owner. He's the one who emailed me back when I sent him a message asking him about the 2/0 hooks. So, the fact that I live in New Hampshire, it came real fast, which is a nice benefit too. But if you're in one of those, no lead states, or you're in a state where there is no lead laws, but you prefer not to use lead, this is a great option for you. This is a great option for you. Especially if you got loons around, you don't want them to eat anything that might make them sick or die. But there you go. So I thought I'd show you that. And like I said, there's a ton of different options you guys can use for trailers for that. I just showed you a few. Anything you like as a trailer for your football heads is a great idea. But you can't go wrong. With that 2/0 hook, this 4-inch hula tip, that really fits in there great. That really fits in there great. The way that skirted head flares out, that's going to be a nice morsel, hopefully, for some bass. Maybe next week. I don't know. The weather looks good. I just don't know what the ice situation's like around here. We had that really cold few days and some snow, and now almost all the snow is gone. There's some rain coming, and which might melt snow if there's, but I don't know. The river might be open. Maybe the Connecticut River is open. I can even get the skeeter out because I haven't got it winterized yet. I'm not doing that until January. So that's it. So like I said, any questions on the baits, let me know. I'll answer them the best I can. Like I said, this is my first experience with them, so I haven't actually thrown them in the water yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But if you need that option, that lead-free option, for, I got all this stuff for, I think $50, so, it's not overly expensive. You are getting a 5-pack, a 5-pack of jigs, which is a good deal. And free shipping over $50, so, it's not gonna break the bank either. But that's it. So, like I said, any questions, let me know. I'll put the description to Ken's stuff in the, and I'll put his link in the description of the video, and that's it. So, once again, Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Got a lot of cool fishing stuff. I did get a gift certificate for Christmas from Tackle Warehouse, which I made an order of, so you'll see a video of that soon when that comes in. Took advantage of the Land Big Fish Christmas sale. I have some stuff for making jigs. you know, I'm going to be making some tungsten jigs. I bought some tungsten jig heads on Teca Warehouse. I'm going to make some jigs up for stocking up for next season and things like that. So I have some videos coming up. I got another Tacticam camera so I can run 2 on the boat next year, which will be great. I may even bring the old GoPro Hero 5 out and use that a little bit, even though that frustrates me. The Tacticam seems so much easier to use than the GoPro. But we'll see. Every time I turn the GoPro on, I get annoyed with it. But the Tacticam is very easy to use, so that's another reason I prefer it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll have 3 cameras. I don't know if I need 3, but we'll see. But okay, I'm rambling here, and I'll stop. Any questions on the baits? Let me know. Happy New Year, everybody! Tonight, have a good New Year's, and I guess the next video will be in 2023. And look out for those videos, the Teca Warehouse video, the Land Big Fish video, Lure Parts Online, some cool stuff coming. I'll show you guys. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.